What's going on, guys? TKD once your video, and today we're going to be having a little bit different video. Obviously, this is a completely different layout. I will explain all of this in due time in this video, but now we're just going to be going over some of the things that I want to change in the channel and some of the format things that I'll be changing overall going into these next few months into the channel. Right now, I care a lot about this channel, guys. This is one of my big passions. I've always wanted to make, videos for YouTube, and I've always wanted to do this, right? So I take this a lot more serious than you guys think I do, and it may seem like I don't, and the reason why it seems like I don't, and just because that I have a lot of other things that are taking my time right now, and that includes work, school, all that stuff, studying, friends, keeping all that stuff alive. It's just a lot of other things that are, that are taking up my time, right? And I would love to just do this 100% of the time. I would love to do this, but we're not at that point yet, obviously. So I just wanted to go over some things that I want to change with the channel, and hopefully things that will be good and beneficial for you guys. Starting off, this obviously is going to explain the whole tripod thing and how that camera is now not where my face cam was. This camera will still be used for my face cam videos, don't worry about that. But I recently, kind of had a change of heart where it's like, there was, especially when I was doing my stuff for History of Music, right? That whole series, I would do it over gameplay, right? And that just doesn't make any sense to me. It just never made sense to me on why, I would put gameplay to a video that's dedicated to music or like to like a music artist. It just doesn't make sense, right? So I recently started doing them in real life, and I've been using the Logitech behind there. But recently, I decided, why not up the production quality of my stuff, right? Why not take it to that next level, the next bar, right? And just as a side note, this is a cut, guys. That's not acne. That's a cut from the shaver. Okay, back on topic, guys. So I decided to go out and get a tripod, which I can't show you guys here, but there it is. And I also got a LED light, which you can obviously tell from the video. So I got those two things, and hopefully that will up the quality of my music stuff going on and on. That was a weird way to put it. And this will become the new format of anything I'm talking about on my channel music-wise. So that includes my album reviews, anything with music and history, and I also want to start some new stuff going into music. Because listen, music is also, again, one of my big passions, is music and gaming, right? So I'm thinking about maybe starting a new series, or maybe just, just videos that involve more music-wise. And that's like kind of like the music news. I really do want to get in to music news and stuff like that, and like maybe upcoming albums that could be coming out, stuff like that, so I definitely want to get into that stuff. And this will be the new format from here on out, going on for all of my music stuff. And as you can see, we got a beautiful, a little backdrop. Oh my gosh, a little backdrop, of my albums in my iTunes library. So that could be. This seems like a good setup, right? I got the albums in the background going. I got me talking about music. So I feel like it'd be a good, thing to go with the music stuff. Now, talking about the channel specifically, I have been enjoying the channel's growth. It's been pretty steady, nothing insane, but it's been pretty, decent growth throughout these past couple months. And if we're, this is only year one, guys. We got plenty of our time to do that, and I'm definitely not one to stop because I love this, what I'm saying? I love it. Honestly, the numbers don't really matter to me, honestly. It's just more of just a hobby that I like to do, what I'm saying? So I could give a crap if I only have one viewer. Like, that's not the point, of me making videos. I just want to create, content that people would love to watch. And if one person is watching, they love it, then alright, then so be it. That's great. But I do want to change some things about the channel. And mainly what I'm talking about is just I want to add more branding, to my stuff, right? So I want to have, if you guys know my stuff with music history, you guys know that takes a lot of editing, a lot of graphics and all that things, and I want to add more, of my branding and my type of, watermark to the video, right? And that is physical watermarks, and also things that involve the actual layout of the video. I'm looking into changing some of that stuff, so expect some of those coming out here in a few weeks. I'm not saying right now, but in a few weeks, I will be getting into that stuff. Also, speaking back to album reviews, I will be changing the overall format of the album reviews that I do on the channel. Now, those do great on the channel. Those get a ton of views, a ton of attention. I really do appreciate all the feedback you guys give on those reviews. I appreciate it. But it's just that, with me being a full-time student in college and having a full-time job, it's just having those two things take up a ton of time, and that includes with the studying and social aspects, like I told you guys before. There's just not a lot of time for me to do what I would like to do in the channel, right? And so that means that I have to adapt to what I'm given. So that has basically led me to really thinking about how I want to do album reviews, because I haven't done an album review since the summer, and that's because I haven't done one because they take so long to make. And I want to get back to doing those videos because I love reviewing albums. I love listening through them. So I am thinking about kind of making the album review in a different way, and that would entail me to maybe get the album, right? Let's say it's a Friday and the album comes out, right? And I give it a week. Okay, I give it a week or two. You'll see me on Snapchat giving my overall opinions about it, as of right there. You'll see me on Twitter doing that. You'll see me on Instagram, I guess, doing that. Whatever I'm at, you will see me talking about the album leading up to the actual review where I make it. And the review is going to be more of talking about the album as a whole rather than a track-to-track basis. Because just doing a track-to-track, I love doing that, right? And it was a great video to make, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But it's just that it takes way too long to sit here and, record myself for an hour and a half or however long the album is. And, actually, edit that is, a pain. And just that I would love to do it. It just takes way too much time out of the little time I have to do what I would like to do, with YouTube. So I'm definitely looking in to changing up the album format review. So definitely check, definitely expect that to me to finally let that change and still. And also it kind of makes sense to do it like that because if I'm going to do an album review, I should really, give the album time to resonate with me, because I've had a lot of issues where I will say, a track wasn't that good to me or whatever, listen to it a couple more times after the review's been posted, and I, have a change of heart. It grows on me better, when I let it resonate, within me. So I am thinking about, and I just feel like, it would also be a better way to review an album, just as opposed to just doing a reaction video, which is basically what I've been doing. And with that being said, I do want to do a reaction thing with you guys, right? And that would probably entail me to stream it, right? I was thinking about maybe streaming my reactions on stream with you guys and us listen to it along as together, as one, and doing that maybe on the night of release, right? So maybe let's say it's a Friday, right? Night of release on Friday, I plan to stream. Okay, we're gonna stream at 8 o'clock. We're gonna be streaming the whole album together, guys, and we'll just be hanging out on the stream, answering questions. I'll do whatever, and we'll be listening to the album, and you'll get my initial impressions like you do with the videos. You'll get my initial impressions right there in stream. It just won't be posted on my YouTube channel. Well, I guess if I stream on YouTube, it will be. But if that's an idea that you guys would like to see, leave it down in the comments below, because that's also a thing that I was thinking about doing, making those reaction and impressions videos more of a live stream thing as opposed to a video that I make. Speaking of streaming, I do want to live stream. Live stream is something that I've wanted to do for a long time now, and again, just falls back to the time thing. Now, if I were to do live streaming, which I do want to do, right? I want to at some point, get on a schedule of doing live streams weekly for you guys. I am thinking that it would only have to be a few times a week and for a short amount of time. And by short amount of time, I'm not talking like, half an hour. I'm talking like maybe like hour and a half, 2 hours tops, because I do not have a lot of time as it is, and these streams would have to be pretty late or pretty early in the morning. It would have to be in kind of weird times. So this is probably one of the hardest things to probably instill in the channel, just to incorporate live streams. And I am still brainstorming on how to do that. So if you guys would like to see live streams, definitely let me know, because I do want to do it. And just if I know that you guys want it, then I will make it happen. I will try my best, and I will figure out a schedule that could work for me. But it would have to be at kind of weird hours, because during the day I am pretty busy with other stuff during the day, me being a college student and a full-time worker. So it'd be kind of weird to do that during the day. I probably couldn't, but I'll make it work, guys. If you guys want it, I'll make it happen. And last thing I wanted to talk about in this video, I know this is a pretty all over the place video, but I'm just here ranting about, just trying to let you guys know about what I'm thinking about with the channel. And the last thing here is Let's Plays. Let's Plays are something that I definitely want to do. Again, another thing I want to do. Let's Plays, especially going into this season where we're going to be getting a bunch of games. I'm talking like Watch Dogs 2, COD 4 Remastered campaign is probably out right now. Actually, I think I have to download it. But, just games like that, Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Call of Infinite Warfare, all these games that have campaigns that I want to play, but it comes down to time. Now, not necessarily time, but time to edit mainly, and it's that I only have one computer, right? So I have to let that 20-minute segment, render and export, and it takes a while. Like my computer is not the fastest thing in the world. Like, it's pretty fast. It's pretty, it does the job done. It gets the job done, no problem. But it is pretty slow. It just takes a little time. It takes around an hour or so, right? So just having to, and then doing thumbnails, uploading. So maybe I feel like I could get into a rhythm of how the Let's Plays would go, and I would just have a day dedicated to shooting the Let's Plays, and then cut them up and sprinkle them out throughout the week. I could probably do something like that. Let me know what you guys think of what I should do with Let's Plays, because I definitely do want to bring them to the channel. It's just a matter of how I would do it. So yeah, I know this video was pretty convoluted, but guys, I like for you guys to comment. I want your input on this because I'm very passionate about this and would like your input on what you guys think I should be doing with the channel. And if you guys enjoyed said channel, my channel TKD, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. You guys help me out on this dream. I appreciate it so much. I can't even freaking acknowledge it. But also down below in the comment section, make sure to what did I say? Oh yeah, give me input. Give me input on what you guys want to see in the channel. Also in my description, you can find my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Very fun on there. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.